program too. You know what? When you walk through Cloud.
Good news.
I'm gonna hit the mics, Mayor. Okay. Mics are on.
Call the November 13th, 2025 Town Hall meeting to order.
Make a motion to adopt agenda.
Second.
Have a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'd like to say thanks to all the residents that have showed up and showed their commitment to the city for being here. That's great. And also I'd like to thank staff for showing up. I like your commitment too, along with our vendors and display people. It's great. Miss Peggy Scott too. So with that, elected officials, you got anything to say, Peggy?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. It's a pleasure to be here. And as you know, we're not in session right now, so everybody can, breathe a big sigh of relief at this moment. But I do know that the bonding committee was here today to hear about the bonding project, the bill that I have. I was unable to be here. I was coming back from out of town and came directly here, getting back into town. But I hear it went well, that City Administrator Matt Look made a nice presentation, and I think his display of the water that these kids are drinking is made an impression. So just wanted to make myself available to any of the citizens out there and to you folks as well. That's the best part of my job, is helping constituents. So if there's something that's on somebody's mind, please don't hesitate to reach out. And it was a tough summer. We lost some colleagues, and so everybody's still just kind of getting settled back in, so to speak, from that. And but the bonding tours are going on, which is good, and this year will be a bonding year. So we're hoping to have a bonding bill that really focuses on infrastructure and those sorts of things that are definitely things that government should cover. So with that, thank you. And
Okay.
I can take questions from the council if you have any. All right.
Any
Okay.
questions from the public? Hearing none, thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Peggy. Okay, at this time, we'll take any questions or speak into the mic there.
Sorry, I'm an Oak Grove resident here, so I'm a little out of my area. My name is Nikki Cruz-Dye, and I am a member of, I guess the leader, whatever, of ISD 15 Community Action. And I have seen a need in our community to replace the blue food bags that were provided for weekend food assistance for people in our area who needed that little extra help. So NACE lost federal funding for that backpack program this year and is no longer able to send those backpacks home with our kids who are experiencing that need. So like a week and a half ago, I decided it was time to do something. So our community came together, and we are running a pilot program at Cedar Creek that's going to be an ongoing food donation program where we're just gonna fill that need. We're gonna fill bags of food, and we're gonna send food home with kids if their family is needing it. This is also open to any of the community. If anybody in the community needs food resources, you can contact me. My way to contact me is on our flyer, and I'll have that ready for you and arrange pickup. If you want to make any donations, they can be dropped off in the entryway of the Cedar Creek Elementary building. Again, hoping to expand it to all the elementary schools, but we need more volunteers to make that happen. I'm just one person. So keep that in mind for the future. But this is going to be an ongoing program, hopefully maybe even covered into the summer. Does anyone have any questions about that? I have extra flyers if anybody wants to put it up at their business. Yeah?
I see you have a list of items needed. Could you, just for the public record, read off some of those?
Things, we are collecting non-perishable, unexpired things like canned fruit and veggies, canned meats, boxed meals, rice, potatoes, dry cereals, or dry boxed milk, peanut butter and jelly, boxed pasta meals, and soup varieties. We're also collecting personal care items like toilet paper, toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, menstrual products, things like that, that people need.
Thank you.
I'd like you to invite you to put your flyer out on a bulletin board out there.
Okay, I will do that, thank you.
Yeah, and can we get your information to Mr. Look and have it put on our website? And if we can also make a posting on our Facebook page?
For sure, yeah, thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
thank
guys.
you. Thank you for doing the work.
Happy to be able to make a difference in the community, so.
Good. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Anybody else want to come up and questions or voice opinion or?
I prepared some remarks. Don't worry, they're in 14-point type, so they're actually brief. Equal treatment under the law. It's a foundational principle of America and should be for our city of East Bethel tool. Goals are not always realized, but they should be pursued nonetheless. When 3 new members joined the city council in 2022-2023, we shared a vision of moving our city closer to that objective by reducing the corruption of favoritism shown to some residents at the expense of others. Consistent with this, the current city council has proposed to end the free ride the Mundell family business has had in occupying space in the Whispering Aspen Community Center as their business offices at no expense for the past 21 years, offering them the option of staying there at a modest rent of $300 a month, which includes their share of utilities. This is a reasonable approach, and if rejected, eviction is a reasonable response by the city. The irony in this is that while the total value of reasonable rent and other expenses over those 21 years might have totaled at most $75,000, the much greater favoritism shown the same business as part of others was the $2 million spent running the forced main sewer line from Viking Boulevard to 241st Avenue, which enabled them to greatly increase the number of homes they could build and sell on the 20 or so acres they previously bought from the city, versus what would have been possible if each home had to have a private septic system. It is true that the Mundell family has been in East Bethel for a long time. But equal treatment under the law means that that doesn't matter. It is not grounds for receiving preferential treatment, especially when that preferential treatment comes at the direct expense of other East Bethel residents. The municipal water sewer system approved by the East Bethel City Council in the fall of 2010 against the clearly stated wishes of the residents and only benefiting a handful of property owners along Highway 65, including the Mundells, will this next year cost East Bethel residents about $1.2 million. That's about 16% of the 2026 budget. And these costs continue until 2040. At present, East Bethel has about 4,900 property tax paying properties. So regardless of a particular property's value, it is correct to say that 16% of the East Bethel portion of its property tax payable in 2026 represents its share of the subsidy paid for those few people who directly benefited in terms of their development businesses from the water sewer project. In my wife's and my case, as 30-year residents of East Bethel, this amounts to about $275 for our modest home. Doesn't really seem like equal treatment under the law, does it? The goal of ending such corruption remains a valid one. Final points. Has the Personnel Committee met since July 2025 to oversee Six Sigma or similar staff evaluations, and especially to oversee any changes to personnel and/or administrators' contract for 2026? If not, why not? This due diligence should have begun in August at the latest. Administrator, look, didn't want you to be excluded. I called you on October 9th at 11:23 a.m. to get an update on a problem property in our neighborhood, and you returned my call at 5:37 p.m. that evening and said you would call me the next morning. This evening marks 35 days since that call, and I have not heard a word from you. I recommend better responsiveness to East Bethel residents, including even those of us who can no longer be of use to you. Finally, I wonder how many people are watching this on YouTube or Midco at this moment. Given the turnout, I doubt it's an enormous number. For recent council meetings, the number on YouTube has been about 5 to 10 viewers out of a city of about 12,300 people or so. Thomas Jefferson famously said, "The price of liberty is eternal vigilance." A corollary of that quote is people tend to get the government they deserve. Citizenship in a democratic republic like the U.S. comes with an obligation to help preserve it and improve it. I encourage more East Bethel residents to pay attention to and get involved in how their city is run. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your service to our community.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Anybody else want to speak? Opinion? Anybody on council want to say anything?
Well, I'll say something. I was at a Anoka County Blaine Airport meeting yesterday, and there is a subcommittee that is organizing a festival for the airport and trying to engage community involvement. And guess what? We're looking for volunteers too. So I just thought I'd put that out there.
Okay, nothing further. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Again, thank you all.
You could still go have some more cookies.
Take some home.